Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to a sequential art journey. Today we're going to kind of work on, I want to focus on my practices that I've been doing for dynamic figures. We're going to use that same hack, right? The same shape. And I think this helps a lot with actually making sure that your figures are dynamic. Sometimes it can be difficult to make sure that your characters are really popping off. Now, the foreshortening that we worked on before, as well as this gesture line that helps us draw things, really makes sure that we do that. But again, we want to make sure that, especially with comics, we're making dynamic characters. So, and actually, I'm kind of starting off with one here. We're just going to do a basic pose. Nothing super detailed yet. We'll get into details eventually in some of the upcoming videos. So as you can see, we can always turn these into a superhero. Very easily recognizable. A little Iron Man. All right, so that's okay. It's not necessarily a super dynamic action thing, but let's go with a character that I really like, and you don't see too much. But I want to do some kind of like a Tarzan. Tarzan's just such a cool character, and so I've been kind of looking at Edgar Rice Burroughs, who created Tarzan, and really put him down on paper. And so, in my attempt to be very dynamic, as you can see, this character has his arms by his side, and he's kind of get that braced pose. He does have that pinch that we always talk about. We want, but as you can see with the Tarzan, we're going with the pinch, but we're going to have to go a different direction with this because we really want it to be as dynamic as possible. And that means instead of the arms just being at the side, we really want to bring these arms, across the body. And really give it some energy and some flow here. And again, if these inspire you for some things, that's awesome. They're not a how-to video necessarily, but this is just stuff that I've been learning recently as I practice on my journey here. And again, I'm still working in basic figure drawing, just getting my shapes down. I'm not worried about those details. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of get hung up. They want to go right to the details, and they want to actually, just have a fully complete drawing right then and there. And unfortunately, that's not practical. Once you get the foundations down, then you can have it. So you can kind of see here, this guy's a little more dynamic. Actually, I might even want to redo this. And don't ever be afraid to erase anything. And looking at it, I actually think I could have even brought that arm further over and away, and even further and forward. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase it. I'm going to try and make it even more dynamic, and that's okay. You can do that. I encourage that in you guys. I'll bring this way over here, make it a little bigger. That way it's coming at us, We'll get that hand on there. There we go. Now he's coming at us a little more. Belly button. So, as I get closer to my 10th video, guys, I actually don't like this leg. I'm going to change that up. But as I get closer to the 10th video, what I think I'm going to do, instead of just kind of taking you guys through some of that practice, I'll break it up and just kind of break up the monotony and just do a drawing. If you're interested in just seeing me just do a drawing, a full drawing in detail, we can work on that as well. And we will get that on that 10th video. And that makes it a little more dynamic. Yeah, see how bringing that hand forward works there? Make that there. Making that a little bigger. Bring that leg out a little further there too. Again, so I'm just working on making sure things are really dynamic. I want them to explode off the page and be very cool. So let's move down a little further here. Now, obviously, we are drawing action in comic books. We also draw all kinds of other stuff. So again, we start with our shape, and we want something dynamic. But this time, we're going to go with less pinch in the point and just kind of curve. And maybe you've seen this done before where they tell you to start like this, and you draw that kind of shape. Same thing here, but we're cheating with the shape, right? So we're going to do another female figure like we've done before. And we're going to actually throw her arm on here, bring it across her body. If that makes sense. We're going to bring this here. Pop that hip out there. We're going to bring her leg here. Just want to make sure you guys can see everything. Pop that out of there. But again, it's these lines that are going to make this static pose more dynamic. Usually most guys try to draw this, most gals try to draw this, and you're not getting that dynamic of a pose because you don't have that tilt in the hip. And this is just a great way to do it. And that's what I mean by, I try to modify this shape, right? Throw a little necklace around her neck there. There we go. Now she's looking good. All right, guys. So that'll about do this one. I just want to get some of these more dynamic characters on page and just kind of show you what I've been working with. Upcoming, we're gonna start really focusing on males, females, bodies, muscles, things like that, faces, hands. So hopefully you guys will stick around for those. Again, thank you for coming to Sequential Art Journey. Have a great night.